If you have ever stood stuck, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in your bedroom, whether it's in the bathroom, all right, trying to ask yourself, what the fuck do I do today? Do I lift? Do I run? Do I stretch? Do I do one? Do I do all? What do I do? You know, if you've ever felt stuck, I need you to hear this, all right, because you might have been asking the wrong question. Because I think the real question isn't which thing you should do or which thing you should focus on, but maybe it's why are you still choosing? All right, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why treating fitness like a multiple choice test or like you have to choose or pick sides is quietly or might be wrecking your progress. And I'm going to suggest what you might be able to do instead. So here's what happens to almost everyone or anyone that gets serious about training. And then it happened to me too. All right. We start lifting. You start lifting and someone tells you that running or doing too much cardio is going to kill your gains. Or you start becoming a runner and someone tells you that lifting and lifting heavy or lifting too much, you might get you too bulky and then might get you to run way slower than you're supposed to. So you end up picking a side. We end up becoming part of some sort of tribe, you know, like we have to be on one side or the other. And here's the problem with that. All right. If you're not training for a sport, if you're not training for a specific competition, and even if you are, sometimes they help doing both. But if you're not trying to be a master specifically at one thing, then you're training to live a better life. All right. And nobody ever told you that you're allowed to just be good at more than one thing, that you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you actually want. Here's the shift that I would love for you to make. All right, stop thinking of yourself as a bodybuilder or a runner or a lifter if you're not trying to specialize in one specific thing. All right, start thinking of yourself as a capable human being. Someone who could pick up something heavy, someone who can run when they need to, someone who can move without pain all the way up into their 60s and their 70s. All right, specialists, again, if you're trying to be just a bodybuilder, that's totally fine. If you also just want to be a runner, that's totally fine. But specialists like those people train specifically for competitions. All right, and most of us are just not competing like that. I'm not. I'm not competing for any specific competition, and I'm totally fine with saying that, man. Me and or a lot of us, I'm assuming like myself, are trying to live capable lives. That's it. All right. And that means training for capability across the board. Strength. All right. We want strength. We want endurance. We want mobility. We want all of them. We don't just want one specific thing. Not maxing out and ignoring the rest. All right. This is the whole idea behind this channel. Not one style, not one system, but combine them all together. Here's what you can actually do with this information. All right, some practical things that you can do in a way starting today or at least starting this week. All right, you don't need to overhaul or you don't need to completely throw out your routine and what you're doing currently. I would start simple. All right, if you lift currently, add a zone 2 cardio, 20 to 30 minutes. And what that means is a light paced jog, a light paced run. All right. You don't need to go all out and exert yourself to the max right away. Just start adding cardio, 20 to 30 minutes in there if you don't do it right now and you're only lifting. All right. If you only run, add a full body session per week. You could even just do it once per week, full body. Everything. Or if you want to mix it up a little bit, do one day upper body and do another day lower body. All right, that's 2 days of lifting if you're not lifting already. And that makes a big difference. Believe it or not, it makes a huge difference. All right, that's it. One small addition, one step forward, one step to becoming a more capable human being. All right, now if this made sense to you, All right, this is what this channel is about. It's about building bodies that can do anything and not just one thing. All right, next video, I'm going to break down the single biggest fitness lie you've probably believed your whole life, and it's not this one. And honestly, I believed it too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been through the ringer. I've been through it. I believed it too. All right, so subscribe if you want to build a body that lasts, and subscribe, like it if you want to be a capable human being of doing whatever, whenever, when you choose. All right. That's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next video.